kalaban ng people of God. But what does God tell him to the prophet Isaiah? You are my anointed one. Ha? Kalaban namin yun. Bakit siya anointed? And that's especially weird for them. Because they were living in a time na maraming God. Sa pananaw nila, iba-iba yung God. So may God yung Israel, may God of Babylon, may God of... And then, territorial sila. So kung si God, God of Israel, sa Israel lang yung power niya dapat. Pero, here is Cyrus living outside of Israel, being told by God, in his own territory, in Babylon, being told by God, you are my anointed one. I am here. My power is also here. Because I am not just limited to Israel, but my power is everywhere. My power, my presence, my being, it's found wherever it is. Because there are no other gods than me. Every other God that you say, they're false gods. They're not real. I'm emphasizing this because we tend to look at life as if it's this black and white thing. God is here, God is not here. This is holy, this is not holy. But our first reading says otherwise. You can, if you look hard enough, find God in all things. That is why all things belong to God. We belong to God because God's likeness is in us. Just like the coin has Caesar's likeness. We find God's presence in all things. So all things belong to God. And He's always there. You can always use your ambitions and your plans to give glory to the Lord. Whatever that may be. Whatever your passion is. It may be dancing. It may be, vulcanizing. It may be sports. I love coffee and I'm trying to use that for God. Everything. Pwede. Everything that's good, as long as it's not evil in itself, of course, can be used for God's glory. As a final point, I'd like to bring that home to our current situation. Kahapon nagbibinyag ako ng bata, halos hindi ko marinig yung sarili ko kasi merong malakas na jingle ng barangay. Sabi ko na una na yung reception. Ang lakas ng party natin. Hindi kami magkarinigan. Pero, it's election season. Ito na naman tayo. Kasabihin naman natin, di ba sabi nga, what belongs to Caesar, Caesar God, the God separation of church and state. Anong sabi natin? We must put God first and find God in everything. That includes how you choose your leaders. That includes when you run as a leader. When you are in a leadership position or any position of influence. It means you have a responsibility to bring back the glory to the Lord. How you shade those ballots must reflect what you feel would bring glory back to the Lord. Because that is how we are as Christians. We incarnate. You know, today is the feast of one of the greatest saints of our time, Pope John Paul II, the great Pope. And what did he say? What did he do? He is history's most traveled Pope. He kept on going to different places. And what did he say? He said, holiness is not running away from the world, but it is in embracing the world and bringing the gospel and letting the gospel shine out. He said that whatever you are looking for, at the heart of it is always God. The happiness that you seek the hunger that you feel, the thirst that you have, all of that is God. Your search for God. So sana, sa lahat ng gagawin natin, mauuna ang Diyos at tatandaan din natin, nandun na si Lord. Ganun din sa tao. Kasi meron ding viral video ngayon about a group of people from a Protestant church who were mocking people who have gone away from their church. At least that seems to be the point. It tells us too how we deal with people who are different to us. Do we say, oh, God is only here? God is only here in this church. This is the only holy church. Everyone else is condemned. Again, God, you can find Him in everything. And we must do that, and we can learn that if you keep putting God first. May God bless us all.
Amen.
You rise to profess